Okay, on this question, we have 9x squared plus 24x plus 16 equals 0. They're wanting us to solve it. So we know what we do when we have these three parentheses, right? It's multiply, add, multiply. So, I'm sorry, when we have these three terms, and then we turn it into parentheses. Don't forget to keep the equals 0. That is important. Okay. So we want the front times the front to multiply to be 9x squared. What times what makes 9x squared? 3x. 3x. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. And then how do they multiply to be 16 in the back? 4 times 4 makes 16. Now, how are we going to get the middle term? Well, these are going to both be positive because two positives multiply to be positive. And now you think, yeah, but do they add to be 24? They actually do. You don't have to prove it. I will, just to be really thorough. Let me check it over on the side. Let me prove to you it's really true. Remember how you multiply? These guys go to both, first to both, second to both. Remember that? And so that's going to actually be 3x times 3x, 9x squared. 3x times 4, 12x. I just did this and this. Got those two, right? And now I'm going to do this and this, right? Because it's the first to both, and when he's done, the second to both. First to both, second to, you know how to multiply two parentheses. I'm just proving it's true. You don't have to do this. This is not required. You see that? See how these two in the middle do add to be 24x, just like it's supposed to. So anyway, I just wanted to prove this is really correct. This is the right factoring. Now, what do? We're not done. Why aren't we done? Because of the equals. Remember, whenever you have the equal sign, you have to do one step beyond the parentheses. You have to do one more step. And what is that step? Well, you have to set each of these equal to 0 and solve. Right? Because why? Because if they multiply to equal 0, then either one could be 0 to make that true. You know that's true, right? You know what I'm talking about? If I said, hey guys and gals, I'm thinking of two numbers in my head, they times, and the answer comes out 0. They multiply, and the answer comes out 0. What does that mean? The first one could be 0, or the second one could be 0, right? Either one could be 0 because you know 0 times anything is 0. So either one of those could be 0. If they're timesing, see the parentheses, they're timesing to equal 0. Either one could be 0. But look at that. That's the exact same equation twice. So there's no need to do it again. Just cross that one out. Just come over here and just solve it once, right? It'd be silly to solve it twice. So we get 3x is minus 4. What's the last step to solve for x there? Divide. We always have to divide at the end. Yeah, by the 3. So x is minus 4/3. That's the answer. That's the answer to this question. You put up here, x is minus 4/3. There it is. So we found the answer, meaning, kind of scribbled that up. Let's leave it down here. Can't really fit it in up there. That's the answer that will make this equation true. Meaning, if you took minus 4/3 and plugged it in for x there, and you like worked all this out, I don't want to be a big pain. You'd find out that makes it equal 0. That is the answer, the one and only answer for x that plugged in makes the equation true. X is negative 4/3. Here we go.